Hello and welcome to the 6th Annual Catherine Kolnaski Magnet School STEAM Night. My name is Emilio. STEAM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, which are all of these things we do here at our school. Tonight we would like to show you some of our exciting presentations that we have for this special night. First, let me introduce
Mr. Moon.
Ms. Moon, one of our organizers of STEAM Night. Hi, Mr. Moon. Would you please tell us how this event was organized and presentation we will see here?
Sure. Well, this is our sixth annual STEAM Night, Emilio, and we invite community partners from around the region to come in and show students and families things that they do with science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Our students at this school do some amazing projects, including science projects and inventions, so those are here for people to see. And we also have lots of cool interactive activities like virtual reality and drone flying and coding and lots of other cool things that have to do with STEAM. So it's a big event and it's meant for families to have fun learning about STEAM.
What is the purpose of STEAM Night?
Well, in addition to having fun, we want to inspire students and families to learn more about science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we hope that people will, and especially kids, will realize that learning can be lots of fun.
Who are the students, teachers, and community members presenting the exhibits we will see?
Good question. So up in our cafeteria in our community partner room, we have Spark Makerspace, we have the Nyack Children's Museum, Mystic Seaport, the Thames Amateur Astronomers, Project O, the Nature Center, New England Science and Sailing, the Nautilus Museum, I feel like I'm forgetting some, and we also have the famous Aluminum Falcon robotics team from Fitch High School.
What do you hope that students will get out of this experience?
Well, like I said before, we want all students to know that STEAM subjects like science, technology, engineering, and math are things that they can do well at, and maybe they'll decide to learn more about those and maybe even have a job in STEM or STEAM someday.
Who have you invited to see these demonstrations?
Well, all of our students, of course, and their families, but this event we actually offer to the whole community of Groton. So it's not just for our school, it's for anybody that lives in Groton.
Thank you, Mr. Moon, for organizing this special night. It must have taken a lot of work. The students here at Catherine Kolnaski really appreciate everything you did to make this night success.
Thank you, Emilio.
You're welcome. Hi, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Lilia, and I'm here with New England Science and Sailing Foundation.
Would you tell us about your display or activity?
Sure. So today I brought a bunch of different specimens that we have, and they're all related to marine mammals, and then also we have some things related to sharks.
What do you hope students will learn from your exhibit?
I'm hoping that students will learn about why different marine mammals and different animals look the way they do. For example, why is this fur a little bit thicker than this one? Or why do these teeth all look a little bit different?
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Sure. So for example, right here, can you guess what animal this is from? Yeah, it looks pretty wild when it's like this, but this is actually a dolphin skull, or a replica of a dolphin skull. And they use echolocation to kind of communicate with each other, and that's why they have such a large forehead, and this area in their jaw is very hollow, and that's what they use to echolocate with, which is really, really interesting.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Laura Rogers.
Will you tell us about your display or activity?
So I'm here from the Denison Pequot Seapost Nature Center, and today we're learning about local and native wildlife of Connecticut.
What do you think students will be best about this display or activity?
So I'm hoping today that when students visit, they're going to be able to learn about the different adaptations of our local wildlife, like this milk snake here, and have a deeper understanding about our local environment.
What do you hope students will learn from this?
Well, what I hope they kind of notice here is that there's a lot of variety in our local animals here. So when they come up, I'd like to show them some of our different animals, like this milk snake, or possibly even this beautiful eastern box turtle, because they are both can be found around here in Connecticut, and they're things that people don't see very often. So I want them to understand what kind of wildlife shares Connecticut with us.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Well, if you're okay with it, I would like to show you. Oop, she's getting caught there. I would like to show you how this beautiful milk snake, she uses all of her muscles to go ahead and keep climbing and slithering. And it looks like she wants to smell your microphone with her tongue.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Katie Wolbotny, and I'm from the Children's Museum of Southeastern Connecticut in Niantic.
Would you like to tell us about your activity?
So today's activity, we have some magic powder. It's just baking soda and vinegar, and similar to a volcano experiment. People are going to come up and squeeze up some vinegar in our pipettes, and then add it to the baking soda to see what reaction occurs.
What do you think students will like best about this activity?
I think the whole thing, honestly. Even parents like to do this activity. It's getting to see the different reaction, and then also I have some colors hidden. So it's going to be kind of a fun surprise for everybody.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
I'm hoping that they'll learn more about chemical reactions. That's what we're learning about today. At our museum, we do a lot of hands-on science inquiry play, so that's going to be the biggest one for today.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Not today. I'm going to save it, so you'll have to come back and see me and try it out and try our experiment out, okay?
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you for having me. Great.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Justin Spielman. I'm the Director of Education at the Submarine Force Museum here in Groton.
Would you tell us about your display?
Sure, it's a variety of activities that deal with pressure and density and provide some basic information about how submarine engines work, as well as how submarine ballast tanks work.
What do you think students will like best of this display?
I think they'll actually get a kick out of trying out this activity right here. So this is actually a miniature ballast tank. This is how subs move up and down in the water. Basically, they either add or subtract air to their main tanks. So what we'll do right now is we'll remove air from the tank and the submarine will sink. And then we will push the plunger in and we will add air to it and it should rise back up to the surface. There it goes. This is a very simple way of describing how submarines move up and down in the water.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Just that right there is a perfect demonstration of what we're talking about.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
Hi, what is your name?
My name's Austin.
Would you tell us about your display or activity?
So this is the display for Spark Makerspace. We're a community art space in New London, Connecticut. And we brought some cool stuff. All this stuff has been made at our community space.
What do you think students will like best about this display or activity?
I think the 3D printer is probably going to be the coolest part, although this really sweet notebook over here with the the electronics board. I mean, I geeked out about it.
What do you hope students will learn from this example?
Well, I'm hoping they'll learn about a new outlet to find cool stuff to do. We don't do a whole lot of kids engagement, but we would like to have more kids engagement at Spark.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
3D printer's going. You guys can take a look. All right, so this takes a little plastic string and it melts it, and then it creates the print image. What do you call it?
3D print.
The 3D print in there.
And what kind of objects do you make?
I hear it's going to be a keychain. Keychain.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you for having me at STEAM Night.
Hi, what is your name?
I'm Jeff McLean.
Will you tell us about your display?
Sure, this is the Thames Amateur Astronomical Society, of which I'm a member. I'm also a NASA Solar System Ambassador. And we have examples of refractor telescopes, which is the orange one, and reflectors, which are like my steampunk telescope over here, and examples of telescopes that maybe you might want not to buy, like that red one over there. We also have a variety of books on astronomy, also books on first American astronomy. We have an example of a rover that might go to Mars someday, and the International Space Station.
What do you think will like best? What do you think the students will like best about this display?
Oh, I suspect it'll be the steampunk telescope.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
That astronomy is a field that incorporates a lot of different technical areas like biology, geology, microbiology, physics, mathematics, engineering. All kinds of fields work together under astronomy.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Sure, we can take a look at the steampunk telescope. So, steampunk is a form of costume play called cosplay. And people dress up as they would have in the 1880s, 1890s, 1900, and everything is run by steam. So what we have here is we have a plasma ball generator. Which way? There we go. I don't know if you can see that, but there's electricity coming out of it. That powers the boiler, which turns water into steam. It goes into the steam plant here, and once we get enough steam built up, you might want to put the microphone here so you can hear the steam. So now we have steam, and we can start to turn on our lighting. And then we have an anti-mosquito device in the front, which we can turn on. That keeps the mosquitoes away from you while you're looking through the telescope. And then finally, we have a landing strip for the alien balloons. And we use different frequencies of color because we don't know what color aliens might be able to see. Now, if it turns out that the aliens aren't friendly aliens, we have a high-powered laser up front that we can zap their balloons with.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
You're welcome.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Brian Kohler.
Would you tell us anything about your display or activity?
Yes, so I'm here from the Mystic Seaport Museum in Mystic, Connecticut, and I work at the planetarium, so we are the science part of the Mystic Seaport. So I've got a couple of things with me here today. We're talking a little bit about the night sky. So on this computer display, our visitors can explore the constellations, and if they'd like to take one of our maps, they can explore the night sky in their own backyard. And I'm also talking a little bit about our summer camps, because that's a great way to learn about different STEM things, is to come to our summer camps. And then the last thing I have with me here is a little tool that I'm demonstrating, and it's the way that sailors would use the stars to figure out how to steer their boat across the sea. So you have to measure where the stars are in the sky. Of course, there's no stars out, but we could use that light up there on the ceiling, and if I use this instrument, this tool here, I could figure out how high that object is in the sky, and depending on how high it is, that can help me figure out where I am in the world.
What do you think students will like best about your presentation?
I think they'll enjoy the fact that there's so many things to do, and when you come to the Mystic Seaport Museum, it's very hands-on. So it's not just about looking and reading and seeing things, but you really get to put your hands on some things and try it out and learn that way, which is kind of a fun way to learn.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
Well, I hope they'll come and visit us in Mystic, because we're not that far away. We're just a few minutes down the road, and we're open all year round, especially in the summertime. That's our busiest time of year, because we're an outdoor museum, so I know visitors don't like to come when it's raining, but I hope that a lot of folks who come here today will want to come and see us this summer.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Yeah, so I kind of demonstrated the angle measuring tool, and so this tool is called the sextant. It's called that because it measures 1/6 of a circle. If I put 6 of these on the table, it would make like a big pizza-looking thing. And so this is our angle measuring tool that tells us how high the sun or the moon or a star is in the sky. And by measuring that, we can start to figure out where we are in the world. If you didn't have a compass or if you didn't have a GPS, you could do it the old-fashioned way, by measuring the stars.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Absolutely, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Juliana Ziegler.
Would you tell us about your display or activity?
So we are the Aluminum Falcons robotics team at Fitch High School. We play with big robots like this, a new game every year.
What do you think students will like best about your activity?
So our activity is for high school students. So you guys can see what you guys can do in high school, and then we also have our little Lego robots that translate into what you can do when you're older.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
I hope that they learn what we do for fun, and that they can use STEM for fun just like we do.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Sure. So this robot is going to stretch high into the air and place those yellow cubes up on a platform that's 8 feet high. Because that was the game last year. So if your team had more cubes on your side of the scale, then you were gaining points every second your team had more.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Of course. Nice to be here.
Hi, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Kirby Green.
Would you tell us about your display or activity?
Yeah, so we're Project Oceanology. We're right out of Groton Avery Point. We've been around for 50 years. We take out school groups and other schools in the local area on our research vessel and teach local kids about the marine environment around us.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
Well, what I hope is that students will learn a little bit about the importance of our environment over here and how to reduce their own pollutants, and also just about some of the actual creatures that live over here, because not all students get to experience that for themselves.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Sure, if you guys want to come over here, I can show you the crab we have. So this guy that we have right here is a spider crab. It's a male, and you can tell that. And you can tell that by looking underneath him. So if you look, what's the shape underneath him? Is it a point or is it round?
Round.
No, look, is it a point or is it round, like a circle?
a point?
Yeah, it's a point. So that means that it's a boy. If it's nice and round, like a circle, that means it's a female, because that's actually how females hold their eggs. What else? Do you see anything else you have a question about by him? How many legs do you notice he has? Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, you don't
7.
count the 2 front ones, because those are his arms, but he has 4 legs on each side. What other things have 4 legs on each side? They make webs, hang from the ceiling.
Spiders.
Yeah, so what are they related to?
Spiders.
Yeah, spiders, exactly. So they're related to spiders and a lot of other bugs. But here's the thing, we have a big issue right now in a lot of our local waters where people are putting pesticides down to kill a lot of our bugs like mosquitoes. However, when those pesticides wash into the water, who else do you think they kill?
The spider crab.
Yeah, the spider crab and all of our other crustaceans like our lobsters, our blue crabs, and all of those guys. So that's one of the things we talk about at Project O, and we like to teach kids about it.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Mrs. Murphy.
Would you like to tell us about your display or activity?
Sure, we are from the 2 middle schools, so we brought some augmented reality for you guys to enjoy. So the activity is that they're coloring, but then once it's colored, we can use an app on our iPad to make it 3D and to come alive.
What do you hope students will learn from the exhibit?
Well, there's a couple of things they can learn. So the masks are really fun, and I'm going to show you one in a minute. But we also have some activities where they can learn about bugs and cells and flags of the world and countries, different countries, in a new and kind of fun and exciting way.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Well, so I think I'll show you, because now it's gone, but I will show you one that we did earlier. So once the mask is colored, it then, through the Quiver app, becomes a 3D interactive mask for you on your face. Do you see that? And actually, when you talk, it actually talks with you. So it's very fun.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you for having us. We love to come to this event.
Hi, what is your name?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Comment. I'm a reading specialist here at Kolnaski.
Would you tell us about your display?
Yeah, I would love to. So every year we have a big summer reading program. We want to get all of our students ready to read lots of books over the summer, because we know one of the things that's really important is, and if I can show you my display here, is that over the summer when students read, they maintain their ability to read well, their strategies, their fluency. But when students aren't reading, they tend to kind of do that summer slide, and reading gets a little bit trickier. So what we like to do is we provide the students with lots of opportunities to get books. So tonight what we're doing is we're showing the students all the different reading packets that they might be getting based on their grade level. We're giving away a free book to each student who comes to visit us to learn about our program. And that's pretty much it.
What do you think students will like best of your display?
I think they're probably going to like the books, and they're going to love the idea that when they're reading this summer, they can be thinking about meeting their goals, because that's one of the things that they've been practicing. So they're going to read about 1,000 minutes this summer, and when they do, we have a big celebration in the fall where the students come and we have some fun activities for them to do. But one really special thing we're going to do is we're going to have the families come that evening as well, and we're probably going to have a buffet dinner and do something special with them to celebrate how they're supporting their students' reading throughout the summer.
What do you think students will like best of this?
What do I think they'll like about it? I think they're going to like the fact that they're going to be reading so many books and building their reading stamina and fluency and be ready to go next year.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now we are here with one of our teachers, Mr. Gaddy. Why do your students enjoy STEAM Night?
I think my students really like to be able to kind of show off their products. They worked hard independently and in conjunction with their families to be able to come up with solutions to everyday problems. And they also know that STEAM Night has a way of kind of saying, this is what we're doing at our school, and this is part of who I am, and this is what I can do, and people should know that I'm a force to be reckoned with, and my students are.
What is one of their favorite things to do?
I think, well, this is an example, actually, of one of their favorite things to do is kind of look at challenging problems and trying to figure out how can I make sense of it on my terms. This is a great example of a youngster that took something that was an everyday object, a regular retractable leash, and what he did was he pulled it apart to its component parts and decided and looked at a diagram and tried to figure out how each of the component parts worked. His problem was that his dog was constantly eating through the leash, and he thought to himself, well, it's probably the material because the same problem kept reoccurring. This is something that his family dealt with, and they went through a considerable amount of money going through this problem. Nevertheless, what they thought that they could do is they need to get something that they could, that the dog could not bite through, and also something would not rust. So they took a look, and he came up with some stainless steel wire that was actually in a plastic coating so it wouldn't rust. Now, the thing that I thought was most impressive is he knew that they wouldn't bite through it, but how would he be able to mimic this flat cord that would be in the ones that he used before and actually have the round, thin cord actually retract in that? So he had to actually pull apart the mechanism and see if he could make this work exactly like the other one. And it took a lot of failure for him to be able to be successful. I think that's a great example, even though this is one project, of being able to fail and learn something from your failure and then move forward. And I think that possibility is what fuels innovation. And this is what I'm trying to brew in my own classroom. Kids that can take problems and learn from them.
How does an event like this benefit the students?
Well, right now, it's funny that you say this. I was just commenting to another parent that most of my students, I have some that are touring the building, but most of my students are actually being STEAM gurus, such as yourself, and asking questions, kind of active participants in showing off what they learn and showing off their school. So I think being able to participate in this, not only in this room, but also throughout their school community, builds their skills to be able to communicate their intelligence and their ability to be worthwhile sixth graders next year for Groton.
Thank you, Mr. Gaddy, for talking with us.
Thank you, Daisy Green.
Okay. Hi, what is your name?
My name is Luca.
Would you like to tell us about your display or activity?
My display or activity is the banana piano.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
So you have to grab this and then tap the banana, which will play on the screen and make sound.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
You're welcome.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Harry.
Would you tell us about your activity?
Yeah, our activity is our sphero robots, and these robots are like kind of like how to code. These are like mini robots, and they kind of help you with coding. So we made like easy, and then easy track, hard track, and then like a big track, which like helps you get improved on coding. Yeah.
What do you think students will like best about this activity?
We could tell like, it's like kind of about like tracks, challenges. If kids like challenging stuff or like coding, they would definitely like this one.
What do you hope students learn from this exhibit?
Probably like coding, like better coding, if like the angles about coding and like how speed, like how to measure the speed.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Yeah. So those are the spheros, and then that's like kind of like the track to go through that and go to the end. And so our friend will make this start. So it'll go. It's just gotta work on the coding. You just gotta get it to the end and, play around with it kind of.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy.
Hi, what is your name?
I'm Mrs. Wold.
Would you like to tell us about your activity?
Here in the Media Center tonight, we have a couple of different activities, and right now Miles is working with a building tool called Strawbies.
What do you think students will like best about this activity?
Well, Strawbies are very hands-on, and it's all about building and being creative and imaginative and working together.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
Well, to use their imagination and have fun, and maybe Miles, who's working with Strawbies right now, maybe he can talk about what he's making.
Is there anything that you would like to demonstrate?
What Miles is doing is he's using the connectors. There's 4 different kinds of connectors, and he's creating something using those connectors and the straws. So Miles, do you want to tell Daisy what it is that you're making? Do you have an idea yet?
I don't know what I'm making that. What do you enjoy about Strawbies?
Making stuff.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Hi, what is your name?
Carter.
And what is your name?
Sylvia.
Would you tell us about your activity?
We make tiny movies and talk about them.
What do you think students would like best about this activity?
I think that most of the students would like it because you most likely get to make movies and you can pick the backgrounds that you want.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
They'll learn how to make movies, tiny ones.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Yes, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Carta. I love CKMS because the teachers are really nice and you get to learn about a lot of stuff. Hope to see you around. Bye. First, we got an app that had all the pictures in it, and then we picked one of our pictures for our background, and we can also upload some pictures, like if you wanted to make one about the ocean, you can find one on Google, an image about of an ocean, and then it downloads on it, and then you pick it, and then it appears on the green screen.
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Mrs. Dion.
Would you tell us about your display or activity?
We have computer coding. They are coding Lego robots, and we are coding over on the other computers playing Flappy Bird.
What do you think students will like best about this display or activity?
That they get to do everything themselves. They get to try programming, and then they get to see something be put in action.
What do you hope students will learn from this exhibit?
I hope they learn perseverance and problem-solving skills, because you have to try little steps and then try it and then make a little change and then try it and make another little change and try it. And it can take quite a few tries.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
I would love to. Would you like to demonstrate? Want to just try it? Here, we'll download it and see what he just programmed. Okay, so you're going to push that orange download button. Okay, you ready? You're going to push the orange button, and I'm just going to get up and move just in case it goes off the table, because you never know what it's going to do. Oh.
Should have started in the middle.
That's okay. Want to push it again? Let's see what you programmed it to do. Oops, that was. It might be untitled too. That was the off button. Okay, push the orange button. There you go.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, what's that?
Thank you for coming to STEAM Night with us.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, I'll get out of here.
Hi, what is your name?
James.
Would you like to tell us about your activity or display?
I'll hold this. We are learning how to code drones. Well, I'm teaching people how to code drones, to be exact.
What do you think students will like best about this display or activity?
They will enjoy the fun of it and learning how to code.
Is there anything you would like to demonstrate?
Yes, our friend Riker here. So this is our friend Riker. He is going to demonstrate a code that he set up for this course that we set up.
Once more.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to STEAM night with us.
You're welcome.